Hey guys, Steve from Downshift Bikes here. Today we're going to talk about the Urban Arrow family cargo bike. This is the CX Performance line, and so we'll go over some of the features that this bike has to offer. Alright, some things that I really enjoy about this bike are, number one, it's probably the ultimate car replacement bike that you can buy on the market right now. It comes with a Bosch Performance line drivetrain, which is really awesome, super efficient, super smooth. You got a Bosch 500 power pack down here. You get about 35 miles of range on this guy, and so I kind of alternate between eco and then standard and then tour and sport, just depending on the level of hill. And I sometimes even turn the assist off when it's either on flat ground or going downhill. We live in a pretty hilly place, and so there's not really a ton of need to have it on full turbo all the time. So you can squeeze a number of miles out of this thing, which is pretty awesome. It does have a nice grip setup here from Ergon, so these are really ergonomic grips. Makes it nice and comfortable. The Da Vinci hub allows you to shift on the fly, which is really cool. So you can actually shift at a stop or change gears kind of whenever you want, which is really nice. You don't have to be pedaling in order to shift. Shimano Z brakes. These are 4-piston brakes here, hydraulic, obviously. Nice big rotors on this thing. I think they're 210 millimeter rotors, which is amazing. Really great stopping power. They give you a nice sounding bell, which is really cool that it comes with the bike. The stem is adjustable as well, so you can rotate the stem up and down to kind of give you a little bit better position on the bike. The seat is easy to adjust. It's got a quick release right here, so that's super easy to move up and down. There is a handle on this seat as well, so the Celebre Royale has a handle on the back, and so it allows you to easily pick up the bike. You can see that the kickstand is also really fun and easy to use. Just put your foot down, rock the bike back. Comes up on the stand. If you lift the bike up, the stand goes off, and then that's that. Nice and easy to start off. The steering, one of the great things about the Urban Arrow is it actually has a linkage for the steering. Unlike a cable-driven system, the steering is actually really precise and doesn't flutter at high speed. That solid beam to actually actuate the front wheel is tied right in with the bars, and so there's no wiggle or no play in that steering unit, which is a really great feature. A lot of people ask about the box. It's sort of like a high-density foam. To me, it reminds me of like a firm pool noodle. So it's kind of that same almost styrofoamy feel to it, but it keeps everything nice and light. But you do have this nice aluminum frame around it too, so bumps and any impact will hopefully be mitigated by the combination of this frame as well as the foam of the box itself. The P40 shark mouth is my own addition, so that doesn't come standard on the bike, but it's a little bit of an homage to some of the historic planes from World War II. This is the black model, obviously. They do make a white version as well. The black kind of, to me, looks a little stealthy. I just like how all the accessories are black. The bars, the bell, the rear rack, the panniers, kind of just makes it look like a neat little black machine. Other things that I really like about the bike, you do get an integrated front and rear light system that's built into the kit. So your front light is on, and the tail light is on. It's just nice. You know, it's powered by the battery, so they're just constantly illuminated, so you don't have to worry about people noticing you on the road. Everything about the drivetrain is sealed, so you've got a case here for the chain, so improved weather protection, which is really great. The other thing that I really like too is the lock. It actually is built into the bike, and so Abus, it's made by Abus, and you can actually lock it with a turn of the key, and the key will come out when you lock the bike, and then this actually will let you take the battery pack out too, which is really a cool feature to have. And so the bike is locked, so it can't be moved, and then the battery is removed, and so you can't actually turn the bike on without the key, which is kind of neat. And then the key itself is actually stored in the lock, which is a neat feature to have too, because then you can't lose it. So once you get the key back in, you just real quick, easy unlock it, and you're off and ready to go. This power, or the display on this is really easy to read. I don't know if you can see that on here, but you have a control system for your left hand. Cycle through the different modes. You can see the range that it gives you for each level of assist. You can do things like an odometer, trip distance, clock, time of day, max speed, average speed, total trip time. But like I said, if you go through to range, we used it yesterday and it's still quoting us about 30 miles left on Eco. So you can get a good day's worth of use out of it, if not multi-day, before you need to recharge it. It does recharge with a standard wall outlet. A lot of people are wondering, should you charge this inside? Should you charge it outside? Again, real easy to remove this battery pack, so you could bring that in and then charge it, you know, in your garage or charge it in your kitchen. Makes it pretty straightforward as far as like being able to charge the battery. But if you have a second battery, you know, it's real easy to carry that in a pannier. So if you do live in an area where you may feel like you're going to run out of juice, I would recommend getting a second battery and then being able to carry with you. You definitely have the capacity here to carry 2 batteries. It's a real easy swap in and out. One of the best features about this bike is that it actually can start from children as old as day 1 in a car seat. This is the Maxi Cozy car seat, and the Urban Arrow family has a Maxi Cozy car seat adapter, which is super easy to get into and off of the bike. It literally just clunks right down inside, and it will click in and attach, and then it's like a really easy 2-button removal. Makes it really straightforward. It is rear facing, so the babies are nice and safe in there. These are pretty lightweight seats, and so it makes it easy to get in and out of the bike. When they transition from an infant to a toddler or to a little bit of an older style kid, you can sit them in the front seat here. The seat comes with a padded seat with actually 2 seat belts right here as well. And then the other great thing about the family bike is that in the back here, this rack will accommodate a YEP seat, and so you can fit an older kid back here and then 2 younger kids up front, or vice versa. So this can actually hold up to 3 kids plus the rider, which is pretty impressive for one bicycle. Okay, Mama, how was your first ride on the Urban Arrow family?
It was great. It was, I was a little intimidated to get on the bike and try it out, but it's a lot easier to ride than I thought it would be. The brakes are excellent, which is obviously one of my biggest concerns. And once I got used to how it steers with the wheel up a little farther and having that weight up front, it was really easy, and we had a good time.
Did the baby seem to like it?
He did. There were many times where he was smiling. I know when his dad has been operating the bike, most trips he winds up falling asleep. That's how relaxed he is in there, which is awesome. I was really scared that going over bumps was going to give him like shaken baby syndrome or something ridiculous like that, but with the springs that are in the base of where the car seat attaches into, it takes a lot of the bounce out of it. Obviously, he still gets the nice, cute little cheek jiggles, which is enjoyable to watch, but he doesn't seem affected by the bumps, which is great.
Do you like that you get to see his face while you ride?
Absolutely, although it could be a little bit distracting because he's so darn cute. But yeah, it's helpful because I can see him, make sure he's not in distress or anything, see if the sun is in his eyes, stuff like that, while I'm also obviously monitoring for really big bumps and seeing where I'm going.
Now, we live in a pretty hilly place here. How did you, what are your thoughts on the gear, sort of the gear range and the ability to go uphill?
I was expecting to work a lot harder because when I'm on my regular bike and his dad is operating the bike, he makes a really big gesture about going up hills like it's super hard or something. Maybe it's to make me feel better, but going up the hills was a breeze. I kept it in eco mode the whole time, and we have some pretty steep hills on the route we just took in our neighborhood, and I had no problem whatsoever. I mean, I was barely even huffing and puffing, whereas on my regular bike I'd be out of breath.
Right. Do you feel like the bike fits you okay? It's kind of a one-size-fits-all bicycle, so how does the fit seem?
Definitely. And even the seat is really comfortable. I'm someone who has always had to shop around for a saddle that feels good. Granted, I haven't gone on a super long ride on it, but the upright position was very comfortable, felt really natural. I generally ride a drop bar bike, but I do get enjoyment out of the leisure of an upright bicycle, and this one is very comfortable. The pedals are a nice size, so my sneakers, I feel like I get a good grip on them. And as I said, the saddle was surprisingly comfortable for just sort of a stock saddle that comes on a bike.
Cool. Thank you. Have fun. Ride bikes. All right. Well, thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to check out everything else we have on YouTube. Downshiftbikes.com, Roanoke, Virginia, @DownShiftRKE are our social handles. Come give this thing a test ride and see what you think.